want to participate? You want to participate? Hey, write group 1 in a piece of paper and put it with that. Group 3, the products. Group 1 is that one, right? Yeah. What is this one? What is this table, right? 5. This one. 6. Group 6. Sir, group 6. Which table? 6. Group 7. Keep it there. That's group 8, right? Correct? Okay. Group 2. Group 4. So, all of you have given the money, or only 3 have given the money? Only 3. So take money from the world. If you want profit, you have to pay. Right? Some fun. Okay. You work with that product. Go. 7. Group 7, right? Yes. So this is for you to sell. Next, group 2. Group 3. Group 3. 6. Next, group 4. Group 4 will work with group 4. Because group 4 you have less discount. Next, group 5. One, that one. 7. Except them because they have invested less, they will get less profit. So their investment, so we have given it to them. We have not sharpened because their investment was less. But the rest, all of you have a product of 300 rupees. Okay? Okay. Now you have to sell the items outside here in the campus, outside the campus, wherever you want to sell. You will get 45 minutes to sell. So it's 11:05. You will get maximum 12:05. Wait. Sit. You will get till 12:05 to sell the products. If you sell it before that also, no problem, no bonus points for that. But at 12:05, all of you have to be here back with your groups. And what is the total amount of money that you have collected after selling the products is what we check. Okay? Very easy task. There's a lot of people outside. There's some admission going on, I think. A lot of people outside, a lot of people. You have to sell in 1 hour time. Do not cheat. 1 second. Hey! Be ethical. Do not cheat. Be ethical. That's all I can say. Okay? So your time starts now. So we are all back. So we have all come back after an immense activity in the heat, in the hot sun. So now let us have a couple of things here. Let us understand what your experience was. What your experience was. Anybody want any person stand and speak? Yes, sir, stand and speak. Silence, everyone. Okay, what else? Did you sell completely 100%?
Yes, sir.
Any products left back? All the products are 100%. Wow, good, very good. Okay. Anybody else also? Anybody who has experience? Experience? Yes. Hey, latest check. Check. Rate के पास में दो. One second. I'll give you the mic.
It's very interesting field. First, you understand their psyches. First, understand your product. Means I think this product eligible for these customers, this product eligible for this customer, this type of customers. Then you just sell this product and be honest with you. In whatever you want to sell, you don't create, excessive features. This is product, is this. No, just accurate, be accurate on your points and be specific. Just say it.
Anybody else wants to share their feedback? Share experience. Ma'am, thank you. Ma'am in the first row. Ma'am in the first row.
I think it is very difficult to convince one person to so that he or she can purchase the product. And we realize that we cannot sell any product to a particular shop. Like we have to sell to the running people who are like walking in the roads or who are sitting in the footpath. So that.
Okay. Insurance. She is first.
First approach is the main thing and important thing.
Approach to
First approach to the customer.
is important.
Very important.
Okay.
Sir, we need to identify the customers. We need to identify the customer first, and then we can go and approach.
Anybody else? Late. Miss Late.
Sir, first thing is we just try to see their situation or what they want. If she female or male. Then it's just individually just think about them that what they want. And my experience was I just made it up. He just asked me, "Either I'm a wholesale chain, I'm not telling." See, I'm a wholesale chain. আমার wholesale chain, I'm not telling. আমি একটাই প্রোডাক্ট কিনেছি, আমি কলেজ থেকে কিনেছি। না তাও কোথায় থেকে কিনেছেন আমি তার কাছ থেকে জানতে চাই। আমার 15 কোটি টাকা, আপনি নাম্বারটা দেবেন?
That's a business opportunity. So did you take the number of the person and sell the product?
Sir, I've sent the product, but we don't have the number of this
Why
person.
should I?
So I'm not saying that person. I've got another person to sell. So I've sent it. So another thing, what I want to share. Another thing I find that as a male, I've got some product for ladies. So whenever I'm going to them, they are laughing at me. So it's difficult to sell them the product.
So actually, by looking at the body language of the customer whom we are approaching, we decided to whom to approach and whom to not. Because if someone is speaking in the phone or doing a mobile phone, so they will be not interested to hearing to us. So we segregated them. We will try them later. They can be a potential customer, but they are not a potential customer as of now. So we segregated that because we have a limited amount of time. So we approach to those people who are interested in looking at us what we are doing, because they have the interest to know what we are trying to sell them. So it will be more approachable to sell the product to them only. So that's the thing we discuss about ourselves when we are going to approach as a group or a solo person.
Good. Very good. Experience. Madam in yellow wanted to say something. Yeah, she was trying to say something. You were trying to say something earlier. No, earlier. Please give your feedback. Let's hear from her. Feedback. Hear from her. Feedback. Yes. This is your first time today, right? Share feedback.
My feedback is that approach to customer, that is whom to reach to sell the product, means you have to see the customer first and then you can sell. So who will take the products and who will not, you have to judge first, then you have to go to them to sell the products. That is my
Okay. Team 4, any feedback? Team 4.
Need creation is one of the most thing of sales. Need creation.
Okay, how many of you here did not like this activity at all. It was like, why I am doing this? Anybody here? Hated this activity, whatever we did in the morning. Anyone in this room did not like at all what we did in the morning? So everyone, okay, whatever you did. Nice. Okay. Audible now? So let me go. So you have all gone through your basics of marketing. Yes, sir. So all of you have gone through all of this basics of marketing. 3 P's of marketing. 4 P's of marketing. 6 P's of marketing. 7 P's. Okay, let me understand the 7 P's. Number 1.
Physical evidence.
Some process. Sure. Sure.
So you want me to get be sure?
Yes, be sure.
That is 8 P's.
Very good. 7 P's, what are they? Sure. 7 P's. Loading. Slow, very slow.
Slow networks.
Positioning. Good. And the rest okay? Rest okay? So first was the surprise product. So all of you bought because you were that was very easy for you to sell, right? And then when the product's finished, what happened? What was the feeling? What was the feeling when the products changed? Surprise. So what happens is when you go into a company, hey, lost of not. See, when you so when you go to a company, your products will change, your prices will change, your product features will change. You might be given to sell something that you don't like. A lot of times you will be given to sell something that you do not like at all. So what do? You have joined the company. Leave the job. So you leave the job. What will you do? So you have to first understand the product. A lot of times what happens is companies will give you a product to sell. The product might have 1 or 2 good features. The rest 5 features are not good. Or all the features are average. You are given something that you don't like to sell at all. You do not have any experience about. What do you do? That is first. So when you got today's items by surprise, the first thing that you need to do is overcome your surprise. Overcome the feeling that you have been given something that you don't like, and then try and figure out what the product is all about. Understand the product, right? That is what all of you did, yes or no? Right? There is price. Many of you would have got an MRP product. Some of you have got a non-MRP product, right? Somebody has got labels or something. Makeup kit without MRP. Good. So then how do you determine the price?
Firstly, we have know the price from him, what they have bought. They have told us, I think, what was the cost price of the product. We have to.
What was the cost price of the product?
25, 20.
Who bought makeup kit?
Why you need cost price of the product?
Who bought makeup kit?
Which one got?
Sir, I have forgotten.
Hey, who got makeup kit? What was the price?
25 each 20.
Total what?
50
50 rupees. I And you have sold it for what? You sold it 30 rupees. Okay, good. Hey, you feeling sleepy?
No, sir.
Oh, encouraging.
Rules are different here.
Huh?
Rules are different here.
Those are different here. So, see, lot of times here you were given the flexibility with whatever price you want to charge. But lot of times what happens is you might be given a maximum price that you can sell and a minimum price that you can sell a product for. Okay? See, if it's an MRP product like a biscuit, you have a standard rate. If you're joining an FMCG company, you know what to bill depending on the customer. So basically, if it's a kirana store, you know that you have to sell it at this cost. If you're selling it to a supermarket, your cost will be given. So this is the price that you will sell it for. There might be 1 or 2% difference, but the price is fixed for all. Because that's a fast moving consumer goods, right? But a lot of times like products, I'll give you an example for makeup. Have all of you gone to a makeup shop, which sells cosmetics, right? Women and not asking. So when you go into the shop, it's a little larger, bigger shop. You'll see that there are sales girls from different companies, right? One is from what? Lakme, even all other. So when you walk in there, if you ask for a Lakme product, that will be the last thing that the person will say. Yes or no? If you go and ask for a Lakme product, everybody will lose interest. Yes, no. Why? See, Lakme, when they sell it, suppose a product MRP is 500 rupees. The shopkeeper will get it at 450 rupees or 400 rupees. And he can sell it at 450 rupees with a 50 rupees discount on the product. Okay? But if you look at a Biotic or an A1 or other normal brands, MRP is 500 rupees. Shopkeeper will purchase it, he will get it at 250 rupees. So if he sells you at 450, his margin is 200 rupees. Right? So what will be his interest? Will he sell a product with profit of 50 rupees or 200 rupees? 200 rupees? That is something that you need to understand. Okay? So a lot of times when you walk into the stores, the cosmetic store, you will see sales girls with only for brands which are local brands or a little lower brands. Higher end brands will not have sales people. Because that's an automatic, there is a demand that has been generated in the market. You take Lakme or you take Maybelline, right? Correct? They will not have sales. Lotus has people. Lotus has a high brand, high margin on Lotus products. Mac will not have a different kind of sales. So if you go into, I think Mac is there in Forum, if I'm not wrong, right? So if you go to the Mac store, they will actually make you sit down. They will let you try the product. There will be somebody who knows makeup and applying these products. They will make you look in the mirror. They will ensure that you look good, and they will make you buy. Because a MAC product, a lipstick or something starts from 1500 to 2000 rupees. Right? That's the difference. That is how pricing is made. This is a premium product. Okay. So I run a different college. I have students in jewelry design. Okay. So we take them out for sales like this. So what we do is they make handmade jewelry. So whenever they go out in exhibitions, we always ensure that they carry a mirror. So what we'll do is when the people come in, we'll make those women wear the jewelry, look at the mirror, appreciate the beauty of the product and how the women are looking at the product. It is an automatic sell. It's an automatic sell. Our students do it. So you have to understand that every product has a unique way of selling it. Every product has a unique way of selling the product. So pricing, promotions. Promotion I think is not applicable today because it's more of a sale kind of thing, not a promotion kind of thing. Please, very important. Somebody is on the phone and they're busy, or somebody has come with a lot of tension because they have come for I think the kids admission or something like that, I don't know. And you're going and selling that person, will the person ever be interested? No. You know the place, right? Where, which place, which position you are trying to sell the product. Okay? Packaging, very important. I know this lady called Aishwarya. Okay? She is the owner of Auli. There is a cosmetic brand called Auli. Has anybody purchased from Auli? No. Good. So I am part of a group called TIE. There she came as a speaker. And she gave some gifts away to some people. So I got a gift. So there's a huge box like this. Big box. Okay? It's very heavy. I said, wow, fine, I got something. I don't know what is inside. I opened it, said Auli on the top. So I figured out, okay, this is a cosmetics. I opened it. This one small jar of some moisturizer or something. Okay? One small jar, this size. Box is this one. Small jar, you have all the straws and paper, confetti and all other stuff there. And you have a handwritten note saying that this is Auli made of handmade stuff and all of this stuff. And they are charging a bomb for it, about I think, what is the price? I think 1500 or 1800 rupees or something like that. Correct. So that's the packaging. Why the packaging is, if you sell a biscuit in a nice looking box, you can never sell. Why? It will sell where? It will sell when you are packaging the biscuit, like for a Cadbury celebrations. Celebrations are packaging. So that's like you said, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's about how you do it. So I can give you examples of packaging. When you look at celebrations is a packaging, right? When you look at your noodles, momo and momo. So interesting momo and momo. So I will not take the name of the brand, it's not momo. So this brand serves momos. Okay. So if you go there and sit down, they will give you a nice looking plate with momos, hot steamed momos, with 3 kinds of chutneys. Okay, and they will charge a bomb. Same place, same company. They have another outlet where they will sell wholesale momos. The wholesale momos are priced at 3 rupees 50 paisa. Same momo. 3 rupees 50 paisa, you have to take a minimum of 10 momos, you can take 100 also. So a lot of restaurants that we have momos actually purchase it from there. They have a huge network, they make thousands and thousands every day. In the morning, they'll package it 100, 200 pieces lots, they'll sell it to restaurants. And the restaurants you'll see, you will go to a nice looking restaurant, you'll sit down, have a momo at 500 rupees, which is what, probably 30 rupees, but that's the place that you're getting served in. Right? So, there are different ways that you can actually sell a product.
In Tata Jalpuri was 800 fine. We went out, we did. So when we started last week, this session, and we did the TSY, and all of you had certain inhibitions, right? All of you had certain confusions that I am like this and I am not like this. I cannot do this and I can do this. So last week we discussed around these, right? About developing self and believing in self and all. So how many of you now, today after this activity, your confidence level has got at least 10% higher, if not more? Can I have a raise of hands? So today it was not about selling, right? You sold, that's awesome. What this activity, what we try to do is that doing something which you never thought you have to do or you wanted to do. A lot of people know they did not raise hands, I know they hated this job. Within, I mean outside. Okay. But it is not about the work. It is about doing something which I don't like. When you get into your corporate, there will be a lot of things which you have to do which you don't like. It can never happen that in your corporate job, you will like everything that you do. Never happens. You might not like the people, you might not like the office, you might not like the boss, you might not like the work. Because life doesn't come in a platter. So this, what experience you had this morning is an experience of something which you could do even if you didn't want it to do. A lot of people came in and said, MRP mein hai, how do we sell? But still you guys made profit, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? So it's possible, right? And I told them who came here that think you can do it. There is nothing called you cannot. The word is not about no. The word is about yes. If you believe, start believing you can do it, you can do it. And that is what it is all about. So today's morning was nothing to do with selling. Obviously, he's a marketing guy. He always wants to sell. Okay. So yeah, packaging, people, positioning, all of you did whatever. Some did strategy, some just went out and did whatever they could. Some planned. You did whatever you could, right? But end of the day, it was about building yourself, getting out of that shell. Yes or no? So getting out of your comfort zone. So what we will try to do every class is that you should be out of your comfort zones. Because comfort zone can never make you grow. You can never be successful in your comfort zones. The more you move out of your comfort zone, everybody understands comfort zones, right? It's a very standard. Yeah. Your comfort zone. Okay. So that is what all of you need to start doing, not in just this class. Do things which you hate. Do things which you don't like. Forget about doing things which you like. This is a very, very misnomer that we should always follow your heart. There is nothing but follow your heart. It is always follow your brain. And then the heart comes. So it's nothing to do. I mean, if you can get your dream job, but even no job is a dream job. Because no job comes like that. Right? Obviously you have plus and minus. So that was about today. So shall we understand what and how much they sold? What profits? Yes, sure. I don't want to take a marketing class for them. Marketing class is over.
Marketing class is over?
Yes.
That's my most favorite subject now.
So let it be.
Marketing class is over. Okay.
They are professors. You don't need to.
So he has got short by marketing class. So I'm very sorry. Okay, group 1. Very sorry. Yeah. Group 1. What was your profit? 130. Group 2.
Group 2 profit.
Group 3.
Group 2 तो नहीं है. Group 3 profit. 98. What is your profit? I don't want to know plus and minus. 98 rupees profit. Group 4? 30 rupees. Group 5?
600.
What? 600 rupees profit.
Laughing, unethical.
Well, you sold at 900 whatever you had. So you got 900 rupees sold.
Group 6.
Group 6? 150 rupees profit. Group 7?
Group 7.
120. Group 8? 8. Good job.
Good. Very good.
Can I have a big round of applause for everyone? So whatever money you made, you will share among yourselves, okay? So see, each of the teams made profit, and that is what it is all about. It's about being successful. See, it is not about the number, okay? Don't get so depressed or excited with the number. It is not about the number. It is about achieving what you thought you could not achieve. Yes. So it is 398 or 298?
303. 205 our product base price and we can make a profit. We can sell 303.
Yeah, so let's not get into as long as you have made profit.
Last week, I think there are some people who backed out. Are they here today? None of them are here. So, just wanted to understand if they are here, why did they back out?
Anybody here who backed out? The 3 people who backed out last. Yeah. So we didn't do it yesterday. Last time I stopped him. He wanted to. So after now, everything has happened. Now first we would like to understand why you backed out. What was the reason? What was your thought process when you said no? I don't want to pay that $50.
Today, sir, I don't want to go for any monetary transaction, nothing else.
What do you mean by monetary transaction?
This 50 rupees is money.
So you don't want to do monetary transaction in your life?
Not for this workshop.
You don't want to spend on yourself?
Yes, I want to spend that. So then there
So
are
you're spending MBA, right?
5 lakh, 51,000.
You're spending 5 lakh for this MBA. That's
Yes,
monetary
5 lakh
transaction.
sure.
So then what do you mean by not spending any monetary transaction?
In this particular workshop.
So in this workshop, so apart from 5 lakhs, you don't want to spend it. You also said no.
No, sir, I didn't say no. My fellow is
They convinced you.
no, my fellow is
So you said yeah, you wanted
yes,
to.
but we didn't come, so
Anybody else?
No, I think she was the one.
Okay. See, first is one, when you actually deal with actual physical products, that is where you will get the most confidence, right? Whatever you learn, whatever you understand, is 5Ps, 7Ps, many more Ps. When you actually go to the market, that is where you understand how to sell your product, right? That is when you figure out what to apply. So this 50 rupees that you invested was the cost of learning. That's all. And the fact that you get profit out of that is something that you can all plan for yourself, right? That 50 rupees was the cost of learning practical marketing in the field.
And I respect her views, nothing against her views. Now see, whatever you're spending in your MBA, your dads are paying, I'm sure, or you're taking a loan, bank is paying. See, when it comes to cost and when it comes to growth, it is not correlated. There are certain amount of investment that you need to do for you to take you to the next level. Right? Let me give you an example. So, any BTech engineers in this class? BTech?
I am here.
So you will. So even after doing BTech for 4 years, you did an MBA, which is a waste of money you did for yourself. Okay. Now, currently, I work with a lot of organizations. So there's one organization where they hire civil engineers. Okay. But civil engineers with a specialty. Now these students are spending 1.5 lakhs over and above their BTech civil engineering just to learn that particular package so that they can get a job of 50,000 rupees. Now our starting salary is 50,000 rupees in that company. If you basic know that particular software, that's an investment. With this investment in next 5 years, they will go to a salary of 1 lakh rupees. So obviously, whoever has this thought process that I'm paying this college this amount of money and that's all I'm going to pay, this college will give me everything. Yes, obviously it should and it has to. But then there are certain investment you have to make on your own, in your personal way, whether it's with cost, time. Time is also an investment, right? It's not just hard cash. Right? So it's important for you to understand that you need to invest
to get returns. Alright? So that's
So when he was talking about investments, when he was talking about investments, I'd like to tell you something. How many of you invest in yourself? Raise your hands. What do you invest in? What kind of investment? Apart from paying the college fees. No. Okay, that's investing in yourself. When I mean investing in yourself, actually investing in your growth. How many of you do that? Okay, what do you do?
So I'm doing few courses which will actually develop my soft skills.
Okay.
I'm doing
Same courses.
courses related to computer course.
Okay. She was talking about investment in growth. I'll give you a very interesting example. Just 1 minute. So I was in my, so I told you about my summer internship, right? I did not get through any of the companies. So the final placements, I did not have any flashy clothes, okay? And there was one suit that we made during the college time. It was not a bit very flashy. It was a same suit for everybody. So it's blue color for everybody, okay? And my roommate, he was named Rahul, and I respect him till today. He lent me his suit. He lent me his watch. He had a 4 years experience from NTPC. So he had a nice fossil watch, 7,000, 8,000. For me, watch is 500 rupees that time. 450 rupees to be precise. He lent me his watch, 7,000 rupees watch. Said you wear this, you go to interview. That is an investment on yourself. That is you're selling yourself as a product. That you are presentable, you are marketable. Okay? When you go into a company, they will look for how presentable you are, how marketable you are. That's an investment that I borrowed it from him. But that's an investment that he had made for himself.
Packaging ourselves.
Yeah, packaging himself, correct.
So it is not about that you have to buy a 5,000 rupees suit. It's not about that. It is about investing on that grooming of yourself so that you look presentable. So it's not that you have to tomorrow you go to your dad that I want a personal bus because I need that. Not that. Don't get it wrong.
Don't over-invest. I'm not saying that you have to buy expensive stuff, but something is presentable. Suppose you are wearing a shirt to your campus interview, it should be neat and clean, that's all. It can be a 250 rupee shirt also. It should be neat and clean. That's all that is required. Okay? So nothing flashy, but it should be something that which will make you confident and also make you present. So interesting. So let's call upon this guys. You want to call upon? I'll call. You want to call? I'll call up the names. Orkojit Roy. Whoever has paid fines, come.
All people who pay fines, please come.
All people who paid fines can come. Oh, half the class have paid fines. Good. Everybody who has paid fines, come up. Okay, you want to take it from here? So Orkojit Roy, where is he?
So please come in this side.
Please come this way.
No, come.
All of you come this way.
Anything not this side. Stand here like or no. Then spread it out. Come this side.
Hey, this is the problem of having two bosses. Yeah.
Stand in a line. Stand in a line.
Hey, my director.
Mine collector security.
Here.
How much you have collected online? Online? Only one person online. Rest all cash. Okay. So now, first I'll give you some gap, which is your punishment. Listen to me. First punishment you have to listen to me.
You are also there.
So that's why I'm giving the gap to my
You have to be in the line.
So when you give the gap, I stand in the line. So giving this gap also a punishment for me.
Yes.
Okay. So I know all of you have your excuses. Okay, and that's okay, right? Whatever excuses you might have. Now, this is the last day you should be late anywhere. You have to promise yourself this, not me. This today should be the last day you are late anywhere. Doesn't matter what is the occasion, what is it, where it is, what meeting, important, not important, doesn't matter. Because punctuality is a virtue which your organizations will look into. It is not about what is important because it's a habit, it's a mindset. Punctuality is a mindset. Why we make late? Because we want to be late. Today why I was late? Because I was lazy. I tell you why I was late. I was lazy. I was supposed to get out of my home at 9 o'clock, I got out at 9:30. I have my excuses, but that's not an excuse. Because there is no excuse for late. Now somebody here, I don't know, said that late to hoti hi pare. Problem. Late hote pare na. No work machine or that right, okay? Okay. So this is something which you have to remember. In companies, still, unless until you are in an IT company, 3 lates is 1 chutti kata or you get a salary cut. Unless until you are doing sales and you are bluffing the boss. Now all sales people also have GPS tracking, right? What is the next punishment? So now you got the punishment received. The next punishment is that you have to speak for 40 seconds, whatever you feel like. Okay? Everyone has to speak in English for next 40 seconds to 1 minute in whatever topic. Where do I start?
Opposite Roy.
Opposite Roy.
Very simple.
My name is Opposite Roy. I love to play football. Football is a game that we play in there is 11 players. One is goalkeeper and 3 are the other players. There are some positions like strikers, stoppers, wingers. There is a position called left wing and there is right wing, and there are like cricket we have umpires and here we have referees and
Okay, thank you. Big round of applause. Yes. Next.
My favorite player is Sachin Tendulkar. I promise that I never name you name child.
Now I am staying at Balugan. In the off time, I love listening music, photography, and reading books. And my favorite singer is also singing. That's all.
Hello everyone. I am Anika Chapur. Basically, I am from Dhanda, which is known as Dev's place. Now I'm currently staying in Tamdam, and I have a lot of excuses to say why I am late. But I cannot say you is why I am late, and which I spent 2 days from Warsaw, and I learned a lot of things. Okay, which is sales and how to sell and how to generate lead generation and everything. Not everything, okay, but I try to understand and try to learn from general market, local market, which is helpful for our future. Thank you.
Face a particular situation when we don't know what products we have to sell. So it was a really interesting activity that we did. We met our group. We met a person who was from Ashok Leyland. He was from marketing department of Ashok Leyland, and he was asking us what is the USP of KitKat. And we we also met a person. There was a old person who was walking to his home probably, and his son was parking his car. And so we approached the old person, and he was like, just hold on, I don't understand what you're saying, just talk to my son. And then we approached his son, and his son was like, no, I don't want your products. First, what you're doing is not legal. So I was like, sir, this is just an activity that we have to do. And he was like, no, you're selling something which has MRP. So explain to me what MRP means. And like, sir, MRP means maximum retail price. So he was like, yeah, so you know what MRP means, right? So you can't sell me above the price. So then we had to convince him somehow. And then his father started telling him, just give him what they want, just give them. So that way, it was really interesting and fun, sir. So thank you.
Point out that it's very natural to come over here and speak for your assignment, but for a change, I'm speaking as a punishment. So thank you, you both, for such a creative thoughts for punishment. And I would like to speak about my classmates only today over here. We started our batch in an online mode, and now we are here in the offline mode. And I was dying at that time to have an offline mode. The first thing is that we all have characters over here. Everybody is a character. And thanks to my fellow benchmates who used to munch all the time during the classes. We used to have smells of tiffins, chips, packets, and everything, anytime. But there is a rule. You have to eat in the first period because you have had your lunch back at home. But you can have your lunch or tiffin from the second period onwards. And surprisingly, after the tiffin they also start eating. So it's eating every time. So every time. Not only that, apart from that, I'm not targeting anyone. I have a very good friend over there. He's also a character. I myself is also a character. So we both have all our tasks shared among ourselves. That's all, sir. Thank you.
So it's a nice opportunity for me to speak in this platform. Firstly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to you all. We are having from last Saturday, we are learning very new things that will help us to cope up in our coming days in corporate life. So firstly, I want to express the great activity that we had, that to go out and sell. So we learned a lot of new things that how to approach new customers. When we are on the road, how we approach a person, how we convince them that to buy a product that we are selling. So it's a new experience for us because we are all freshers and we don't have prior experiences. So when we go and in the road and speak with a person and convince them that please buy a product. So firstly they question that why will we buy from you? We can buy from other stalls and other shops. So we just told that you just buy from us because it's an assignment for us and just to make sure that in future times we can also sell the product. We are in the company.
Dancing. I started my dancing career when I was 2 years old, but I couldn't complete it because of the pressure of my studies. So I participated in many competitions. So now I'm thinking of again starting my career because I have a very firm interest in dancing. So I'm participating in this fest also. So besides that, I spend my leisure time reading books, listening to music, and if I have to tell about today's activity, so I came across a lady who told me that I don't want to buy your product, and it was very rude. Because I felt very bad because I also do that thing when I don't want to buy your product. But I learned many new things from this activity. So it was a very good experience for me.
Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Aman Kumar Sahu. I am from Agarpada, and I love watching movie and traveling and online gaming also. And my favorite online gaming is BGMI. And thank you, sir, for getting back my 50 rupees.
Good afternoon all. As you, all of you know that my name is Rohit Doctor, and so I want to give a feedback about our recent activity. And first, from that activity, I know about how to targeting the customers and their psychology, get the psychology of the customers, and then we understand for that product how we can choose the particular customer and we can target the audience. And sir, one funny thing happened that one boy, he bought our 50 rupees Cadbury pack for the 120 rupees. And these are really very nice activity, and we planned many
Everyone, my name is Priti Kumari. I am from Dharwad. Now I stay in Kolkata. I love to cook food. My favorite food is Maggi.
It's like me. What is your hobby? Hobby?
My hobby dancing.
Okay. What kind of dance do you?
Random.
Classical?
The hard work. My strength is hard work. I manage my home myself only. Me and my husband stay alone here. My husband work in corporate. So we both are manage our home.
Okay. Good.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kaustav Datta. Actually, I am determined and enthusiastic about marketing while I intern my graduation on MBA. But seriously, it is a field where I utilize my all capacity. I feel like apart from my own. And so thanks to sir to give that punishment, because at the last moment, while we done our sales and we just come towards our college and share me in between. And he said to the Dubai, what a disgusting type of this product. Key ring. We couldn't sell it. So then me and Dubai go and just walking around some time, and then I saw a boy who in a tea shop. And I just meet that guy and just ask him some questions. He's actually did some internship about content, just come from Madhya Vidya. And the person asked me some questions about marketing and what's your fee structure. Then after the last time, and he paid me on online and just sent this program. Seriously, I can learn so many things. Thanks to some of the user.
Good afternoon, sir. From Howrah, Howrah. I'm from Howrah, but for this, now I'm staying in Toronto. And also I'm a foodie person. The school students I really hated him for this thing. Why they sit there for? They have to. So we काम नहीं है घर पे. Okay sir, sorry sir. Like I just think like they don't have any work in their home. Why they sit there? Now today I realize why they sit there. My most of product I sell like lots of beauty products.
what people look at when they interview you, okay? It's basically three, which is called KSA. Can anybody tell me what is K? Knowledge. What is S? Skill. What is A?
Analysis.
What is A? What is A? Some attention this side please. What is A? They don't care. They don't bother. From where you are, which MBA institute, what money you have, what influence you have, they will show you the road. So attitude is very important in the entire scheme of things. And the more you build that up, the more is better for you. What is your thought process? What is your mind? Fine, I have done a mistake. It's not, I'm supposed to, I have to accept. The day you start accepting your shortcomings, that day you will start growing on your shortcomings. That's where you will start working on it. That's the day you will start looking in the mirror and say, I cannot do this, I will do this, and I am going to work on it. So sometimes punishment is good. Yes or no? Punishment good or not? So next time, when you think this is something which you did, something which you are not supposed to do, you should punish yourself. How? That's your call. My name is Shesh.
See, I was talking on sales and marketing, my favorite topic. Right? Still some years back, Bandhan Bank was giving rate of interest, very high rates of interest, right? Whereas if you go to an SBI, they are giving lower rates of interest. Why? Correct, customer acquisition. They want funds, right? They want funds, and hence they want to pay extra to get those funds, right? When you are putting your money in a savings bank, you are actually giving the bank money, which the bank will use for his or for their own business, right? And then they will give a rate of interest. Now, the focus of SBI and the focus of an Axis Bank or a Bandhan Bank will be different, right? So, even if it's the same banking industry, even if it's for the same product, the focus of the company might be different. If I look at an HUL or PNG, their focus category, their focus products might be different, even though there are similar products, right? So, you will never know what kind of situation you are in. You will never know what kind of team you are in. You will never know what kind of place you are in. When you go into a company, your first thing is to understand their product, understand what their focus is. And that you do as quickly as possible. And the best way to do that is ask questions. Very simple. Extremely simple. You go to your boss and say, this is my internship, this is what do I need to do, where do I learn how to do it. He will give you 5 names, go to these 5 people, you will learn the product. Very simple. Because every one of you will get into something that you don't know. Not now, even after final placement, even when you switch your jobs or careers. Every one of you will get into places which you will not know what to do. You will not have any clue about the product. Right? Any clue about the company's culture. You have to learn. So first thing is you go and ask your boss or the person or whoever your allocated buddy is. Some companies are buddies, which basically some senior guy will handhold you for the first few weeks or months. Go and ask them, what do I need to learn to be successful in this company or in the internship? Simple question. Okay. And you need to know how to pester people. Okay. When I say pester, don't pester. But when I say pester is asking questions and not stopping till you get the answer. If there's a person who is very busy to ask questions, he is not able to answer, go to a different person, go to his junior, get your answers. Company will not spoon feed you. This is not your family. That if you're not having lunch or dinner, they will ask you 100 times, please have lunch, please have lunch. No, nobody will do that. It is your headache to get your promotion. It is your headache to sell your stuff. It is your headache to learn. Very simple. Your life now is the best life that you can get for the next 1 year. After that, you're screwed for life. So go. I'm giving you a very practical here. Do you have to speak in between? Sleep. Okay, no, he is also right. Companies will help you. Companies will help you, but it is you who will have to learn. Companies will not spoon feed you. And the best way to do that is to go to every person in your department, every person in the company, ask a question, what do I need to do to be successful in this company? They will give you the right answer. Ask questions, learn. Ask questions, learn. First 2 years would be learning. If you are placed in a position which you don't like, do not say, I don't like this, I will not do it. You will never be successful in your life. So, I was telling him, if you look at some of the larger companies, HUL and PNG and other companies, I don't know if we still do it, but in our times, what we used to do is, even if you're from an IIM or an IIT or any other similar profile, big, the top MBA colleges, they used to send you to remote places, or your MBA. Remote places, they will give you a cycle, they will give you products. You have to sell the products on your cycle in the remotest of places. Okay. Half the time you will not get electricity. Half the time you will not have water to drink. All of this will be issues for you. How do you overcome those issues is your attitude. Just not your attitude, right? Something like your approach will determine who you are. Very simple. Extremely simple philosophy. मन में दुविधा है ना कि मेरे को ये काम नहीं करना है, will never be successful in your life. Never. Have you seen those movies which on sales? What is it? Rocket? Who Wall Street is a different thing. Rocket scene. Actually, I have seen people in Bombay has extreme amounts of rent, right? In the rainy season, I've seen people get out of the train, they'll untie their shoes, they'll take off the socks, hang it on the train windows to dry because they're not wait in the morning, they're going to meet a client. Hang it on the windows, they'll dry it, then they'll wear it, then they enter the office, they have a small pouch of perfume which is spray on the socks. That is how they do it. Nobody cares about what difficulties you face. They care about the results. You have to show the results. Very simple. Okay? That does not mean that you will not get help. You will get help when you ask for help. You will get help when you seek help. You will not get spoon-fed. Somebody will tell you, this is the way to do it, ask this person, this is the way to do it. But nobody will do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Right? So when you get into for the internship, very, very important, show that you are eager to learn. And this is a skill set all HRs look for. Why? Because every position that you get in is a new position for you. You do not know what the company is, right? First is eagerness to learn. Are you willing to learn? If you, I did tell you this example. So I got selected with Citibank, and my posting was somewhere in July. I got selected during earlier months. So I called up my boss, I think from 2-3 months back before July, and I said, what do I need to learn? What do I need to learn in the next 2-3 months so that I can actually make an impact in Citibank when I joined? When I quit Citibank, this person, he is a very good friend of mine now. This person told me Then you are the first person, the only person I've ever heard of who has asked me even for joining the company what he or she wants to learn. And he has remembered that till the time, the entire time, and nobody's asked. He has remembered the exact stuff. Eagerness to learn, that is what will make you different from others. When you go, you get PPI or PPOs, right? Pre-placement interviews you get. You know what is a PPI? She's sleeping with the eyes open. Do you know PPI? No. That is what I'm saying. Ask questions, right? You slept through that also. PPI is pre-placement interviews. PPO is pre-placement offers. Difference? Offer is when you get into an internship, they will offer you that you can join the company after you complete your course. Interview is, they will give you a right that you can get interviewed in the company after your placement is, after your MBA is over, and then you can select you for entering the company. So they will give you an interview opportunity, and always an offer opportunity. Okay? First and foremost, you have to ensure that you show your eagerness to learn. That will ensure that your boss, the person who will, under whom you do the internship, remembers you for who you are. Sometimes it may happen that your boss is there in the company and he's about to quit. What happens then? It can happen. That's your luck. Then you need to know who is your boss's boss. Right? So again, this is again something that I learned is know your chain. Chain is basically you, your boss, his boss, or her boss, whatever. So know at least 3 levels above you. And ensure that they know you by your name. Not know you as a face, by your name they know which college you are from that they know. I'm giving a checklist to ensure that you can get a good PPI if at all that is what you are targeting for. Eagerness to learn, know your chain. Okay? Very, very crucial, very, very important. Your boss might quit. Right? Then what do you do? Because that was the only touch point that you had. What will you do then? Your boss might quit. Know the chain. Very, very important to know the chain. A lot of times your promotion in a company will not depend on your boss alone. It will depend on his or her boss also. To 2 levels above you also. Okay? Second is interact with other team members. What you deliver in a company, will it depend on you or your team or both? Both? You, team, what? Both? Yes, no? You, team or both? Are you the CEO? Are you joining as the CEO of the company? You joining as a? Or a fresher at the lowest level, right? So you will have to work with teams. Suppose for example you are getting into banking sales. Banking, which is the most prevalent sales, banking sales, FMCG. Most prevalent companies that come here?
Internships, where have you got?
FMCG.
Other than marketing, other than finance?
Fintech. Which fintech? So, whenever you're interacting, if you are in sales or if you are in HR or if you are in operations, whatever you are in, right? You alone cannot deliver your product without the help of some other person in the company. Yes or no? Right? Somebody will give you some product knowledge. So there is a product manager sometimes. Somebody will give you operations help if you are a sales guy. You have sold a product, right? But the product will not reach the customer unless the operations chain is working, right? Operations chain is basically somebody who is manufacturing the product, somebody who is into logistics, who is delivering the product. You understand these terms, right? Manufacturing, logistics. Somebody is manufacturing the product, somebody is delivering the product, that's logistics. Somebody is accounts who is billing the guy, right? So many teams are involved, right? So your ability to work in a team is very important. You might be the best sales guy. You can bring good amount of sales. But everybody in the system is pissed off with you. You will not grow. You cannot have an attitude that I am who I am because I am delivering. I don't care about others. If you have that attitude, you will go to a certain extent, then you will stop there. Because nobody will want to take you in the team. Because even if you are the best performer in the team, if the others, if you cannot work with the others, the team as a whole, the department as a whole does not function. So know your team members, interact with your team members is very important. So when you're going for internships or you're going for the final placements, ensure that you know your team members. Who all do you work with? Not only the team that is sitting right around you, but people you interact with. If you're in sales, operations, logistics, other accounts, finance, whatever others. Okay? That's very, very important. Understood? Okay. So this is your team. Okay. And so interact with dependencies. So dependencies are basically the other verticals that you have to work with along with you. Okay. Next is very important. This is something that I learned. I think that is not applicable for you. But take notes in the internship. Very important to take notes. Nobody wants to repeat. You can ask anybody any number of times, you're okay, but take notes when you're in the internship. Because this notes, this internship, see, most of you are freshers. How many freshers? Complete freshers. Wow, good. Most of you are freshers, right? When you go for the final placement when you go for, the only thing in your CV that is worth asking is your internship. Everybody else has similar CVs. You have school, you have college numbers are same. Then this MBA is obviously the same college, similar marks. What is different? How can I differentiate between two people? How can I differentiate between two of you? The only way to differentiate is if you have a different internship. So take notes because when you are getting into the final placements, it will come to you, they will ask you questions about your internship and how you did in the internship. What they want to check? They want to check what you have done, are you dedicated in what you have done or not. If you're very casual, हाँ हमने तो किया था, but train तो लेट होता ही है, हमने तो किया था, ऐसा करोगे will not happen. They want to check that what you are doing, are you dedicated in what you are doing. Very interesting, I'll come to this, very interesting. I was taking a similar session for another MBA college. One lady, one girl had this unique thing of horse riding. She knows horse riding. And I said, that is unique in your CV. You ensure that whatever question is getting asked, you know everything about horse riding. And believe it or not, on the interview day, her interview was only on horse riding. Because that's unique in the CV. So when we will come to the CV part, when we look at your CV, we can tell you exactly where your questions are going to come from. Okay? You have to ensure that you have some, whatever you are doing, you are dedicated about it. That's all. If somebody is playing the guitar, suppose I ask you questions about guitar, if he is able to answer, that means he knows what he is doing. It's not casual. That is the attitude that you need to have. Always, that's the attitude that you need to have. So, know your subject. Any questions till now? I've been giving Gyan for a long time. Any questions till now? No one is saying no, sir. That's the sad part of Gyan. Only one person is taking notes. So she will take a photo and send it in the group.
Sir, I was wondering, for internship interviews and for placement interviews, so how relevant is the graduation marks for a candidate? Or is it judged on the graduation marks? And also the graduation background?
See, See, you have to prepare for every word that you write in the CV. You have to prepare for every word that you write in the CV. Graduation marks, see, marks are not relevant strictly in the interview. If there's a cutoff, then you are gone. Okay? But if you're getting into the interview, marks are not relevant as long as you can answer whatever questions are coming for it. Suppose somebody says, suppose you got in school 95, in class 10 you got 95, class 12 you got 86, graduation you got 73, MBA you got 64. Your marks are decreasing, right? The question will come to you.
So, see, it is, whenever you ask these questions, these are actually irrelevant questions. Now, nothing is important or unimportant. It is about, in any interview, it is about how you tackle questions. Somebody was talking about football. So it's about how you tackle your opponent, whether it's whatever it comes. So you will get bouncers, you will get lollipops, you will get, so if I talk about cricket, it's football, you will get an easy dribble. So it is about how you tackle the question. Questions will come. So if you all see me, 7 MBA failures, 7 interview failures, didn't do an MBA, not a full-time MBA, I did a part-time evening MBA. Because at that time I couldn't tackle questions. In one of the questions, so I am an economics honors graduate. So I was sitting, there were 7 people sitting. In my MBA entrance exam, entrance interview, 7 old people sitting, grey hair. So economics, that point of time, I don't even know this guy, got a Nobel Prize. But, do you know who got Nobel Prize? So this guy asked me questions about opposition. I had no clue, but he did. Well, I didn't study. I was too arrogant. I was too overconfident. I thought, there. And I got screwed left, right, center. It's not easy to get those. So you cannot do it on the stage. Interview is a preparation. Interview, you cannot do it at the stage. It doesn't happen. If you are not prepared, you are not prepared. Don't ever think that you know everything. Nobody knows everything. So unless you prepare your questions, we will do when time comes. So we will work with you with your interview preparation and questions and how you prepare for your questions, what kind of questions can come. But we will not spoon feed you. We will not tell you what to answer. So the problem with you people is that you are so accustomed in spoon feeding. It's please tell, like you people came, right? Sir, MRP mein hai kaise bechu? Give me solutions. No. Solutions will not be given to you. You have to find solutions. We will guide you. Our job is to guide you, not to tell you. We are not here to tell you what to do. You have to figure it out. We will guide you. Because at the end of the day, on that day, you would be sitting in front of them, not me, not him. So telling you the answer is not the answer. Okay. So never think that whether this will come or that will come. There is no syllabus of life. There is no suggestions for life. It will come. And as it comes, you will face it. Okay. One couple of things from internship. Now, I don't know what kind of companies and what kind of work you get to do. Now, when I have interviewed people, I have seen they have not really done anything in internship, or the role was not very specified, or the company just took and they got some odd jobs done. Okay. Typically, because I hire HR, so I interview HR people, like people who are HR freshers. And when I ask them about internships, they clueless what they do. Even if they say recruitment, they have no clue what they have done in recruitment. So whatever, even if you are not doing anything in your internship, but ensure, like what he said, that you ensure that you are getting work from your seniors. Because if for you they are you're there for 2 months. They are not interested to give time to you. Let's accept it. You can ask, I'm sure Himadri Dishka will be here. You can ask what happens in internship. I hope whatever answer they get. But sometimes it might happen that you're not getting the attention. But it's up to you to get the attention. Like we said, know your check, network. So there's another word called your network is your net worth. Your network is your. So how many people you know and how you know will help you getting your next job. Right? Yes or no, sir? So that is important. So internships are important. Do work in internships. Don't be casual in your internships. Learn things in internship. Learn culture, learn the ways, learn whatever you are doing, products, whatever they tell you to do. And if you really do well, then you might get a job. So that is very, very important. Any questions? Sorry? Get another job. What is important? I didn't understand your question. Nothing is important. You need to search. Searching is important. Nobody will give you a job. You need to search. Searching a job is also a full-time job. I always tell that. Example. Interesting. Sir, oh sir. History honors, MBA finance. It's a very, very good choice, but you have to defend it. So best way is to know history honors. Who? Stand up. History honors and why are you doing MBA? You did not get any job after history honors. You have not tried. No, have you tried for a job of history honors? Why have you not tried? You wanted to do masters. Why have you not done masters in history? You are also doing along with MBA. So you are confused about what you want to do. So you're confused.
Either you have to use sharp or you use the pencil. So you're confused about what you want to do.
No, sir, I just want to know that my subject in graduation was different or.
No. Answer his question. Why are you doing both? Both MBA and masters in history.
I like history.
You like history? So what are you doing here?
I like history, but I want to do something different. Like I want to do like a different job, not in history. If I bring in history like masters or BA, there is one job that is teaching. I don't like.
Oh, so you're coming to MBA because you don't like teaching? Yes or no? So you're coming to MBA not because you like MBA, but because you don't like teaching. It's like you have two boyfriends. I don't like one quality of first boyfriend, and I don't like another quality of another boyfriend. So you divide your time. First time with this boyfriend,
It is
second
not
with this boyfriend.
really boyfriend. It's an overbalance.
Overbalance. Yes or no?
There could be other similar situations like she is brave enough to rise up and talk. So please.
What question? Let me your question.
Why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it?
For getting a better job.
So there is no better job in history.
No, sir.
How you?
I saw my parents.
Then why are you doing history?
So just one sample of elder system you decided that there is no job in history. How do you know there is job in India? There are thousands and lakhs of MBA graduates who are not getting jobs.
So what is a school crush?
No, sir, no.
And what is marriage material? Right? When you school crush, what is marriage material?
So one is for love, one is for marriage.
This type of example, I want to say like a woman, their father's house or also their in-laws house. They love both them. So sir, I love.
But you have to be committed to one, right?
And I want to commit with my MBA subject. Yeah.
Then why are you doing masters in history?
School crush. You cannot forget.
Please help her. So we are not interested in we are only very risky answers. You are very help her.
Sir, she might be passionate about history, but she needs a skill level to crack the corporate job. Which will help her to, like, explore certain
So you go to a girl and you say, I'm very passionate about you. Okay. But I have some more affair also which I like.
This is very different.
No. From an HR perspective, see, HR is going to pay your money. Why?
Not HR will not.
As in the company is going to pay you money for your job. Why? Correct. So if you say that I'm getting into your company, but I have some other passion, will somebody pay you the money? Are the company interested in people who work half-heartedly?
So you are after the month, you are meeting the target which the company.
How do I know?
It's a target.
How do I know? I have been meeting you. How do I know?
That will happen after I've invested in you, spent money, lost money, then I will know whether you are good or bad. I am paying in advance, right? When I am hiring you, I am paying you in advance. I don't even know whether you will work out or not.
See, what she asked is a very valid question.
And it's a very relevant question.
Very relevant question.
Most of you might face this. Even a BTech MBA, BBA MBA, BSc MBA. So very standard. Her is a bit stretched because of her history. But this is a very standard question. So first you have to figure out what you want to say, why you are going to review. So that's the question you need to start preparing. We will not give you answers. So like last class, what is the question that I told you to prepare? My crafts. ESY. Tell me something about how many drafts you are supposed to make? How many you have made? Zero. Who will get the job?
Us.
You are?
No, us.
I'll get the job.
I'll get it.
You think you will get the job?
What she has asked is a very valid question. We are making a little bit of fun, but this is something that you have to prepare. Not only
You have to prepare this.
but everybody has to prepare.
Prepare this answer. Not one, couple of answers you have to prepare.
We'll tell you how to prepare. Don't worry.
We'll guide you. Not today, but we'll guide you how, but you start working on it. Why MBA? Why are you doing MBA? What is the reason you are in this course? Why she is spending 5.1 lakhs in this course? If it's just a job, then why you are spending 5 lakhs? If it's a job, get a job doing graduation only.
So there is this interesting story about it.
Recruitment agency. Get out of recruitment agency.
So I'll tell you something. Very interesting. When we were getting out of our colleges from engineering college, right? We were getting some what kind of salary do engineers get after who is the engineer? Do you think? 20,000, right? So 12 years of schooling. I'm living on nursery. 12 years of schooling, 4 years of college. Then you get 15,000. The plumber who stays next to me is earning 80,000 a month. Okay, he is 8 pass. 8 pass. He is earning 80,000 a month. So if I say I want to get into a job because I need money, I have got this answer. Why do you want a job? Because I need money. You need money is your headache, not my headache. Somebody says the train is late. That is your headache, not my headache. So you have to answer the question. I'm telling it for everybody, not only you. I'm telling it for everybody. When you answer a question, you have to think from the company's point of view, not your point of view. Right? You have to ensure that you show your dedication. You can have a hobby. There's no second thoughts about not having a hobby. But you cannot say that I'm interested in this as well as this as well as this. If you do not get into the first couple of interviews, I have also got this answer. If you are not getting into the first couple of interviews, the next company, why are you coming for the interview? Because the other company is rejected you, so coming here. Will the company ever select you? Right? Anybody wants a rejected product? Anybody wants a rejected product? No. If you say the other companies have not hired me, that is why I am coming to your interview, you are then and there kicked off. Your interview is over. We'll come into the details, what to say in the interview. We have an entire set of questionnaires, which each one of you have to prepare for all the questions that are there in the questionnaire. All of it will help you. But ultimately, you have to be convinced yourself why you are doing the MBA. Are you doing the MBA only for a job? Are you doing the MBA for a career opportunity? What are you doing for? There was, Pepsi and Coke, right? They fight amongst themselves. Okay? So one tries to overdo the other, outdo the other. So Bisleri belongs to Pepsi, right? So the Coke people came to our campus, Niti. They sat down on the interview panel. Okay, we put Bisleri bottles there. They walked up, left the campus. Okay, that year, next year, Coke did not come to the campus. Is it your fault? Whose fault is this? Nobody's. The person who was probably giving them was a peon. They did not know about. So the placement committee had to, next time the placement committee had to really think what is there on the table for each company that is coming there. So you have to think from the company's perspective, not from your perspective. That is very, very important. Think from the company's perspective. Why they are coming to select you? Why are they here? Why are they coming here, wasting their time, taking interviews? Because they need something, right? Yes or no? There was some for happy birthday. Happy birthday. So see, this, I am not here to frighten you. You have to change your perspective. Right now, we are little relaxed, we are sitting back, we are trying to observe what is there. But in the practical world, you have to think about a lot of other things around
We
you.
are also very relaxed with you guys. This is just the second day. So, we are just warming up. Whatever you see last and today, it is just a warm-up that we are doing. As time will pass, we would be more hard on you. It depends how you want to respond to us. Okay? So this was a very trailer example that you saw what we did with her. And don't think either one of you will get any better treatment. Obviously, when you go to the real interview, it will be much easier. But when it's with us, we will make your life hell in your PI sessions. So it is depending on how you are prepared and how you respond to that. And when we will take interview, it will never happen in your interviews. It will be much easier. But what we will do with you is that we will make you prepare for the worst. We will make you prepare for the worst. But you have to support us on that. It's up to you whether you want to attend our class, whether you want to attend, not attend, whether you want to bunk, not come. See, I told last class only, you need a job, it's your session. Our lives we have sorted, more or less.
Mine is not.
Sorry. Okay. So, from job perspective, sorry. You are not looking for a job, right? So it's okay. The rest is okay. So at least they need the job, whoever. So our lives are sorted because we are not looking for jobs anymore. But since all of you are looking for jobs, you need to start working. So last class I have told you people to make a separate copy for this session. Right? So that is something which you need to start working on that copy as a library. Write your TSYs, write these kind of questions. Why MBA and not history? Think about options. Why you really want to do. What was the real reason? Not my sister did not get a job, cannot be the reason. What are you really looking when you're doing this course? Why are you spending so much? Why are you taken that loan? What is your end goal? What is the ambition? You're not doing MBA for just to get a job. Seriously? Are you? Must be not, right? There has to be a strong reason for it. Think about it. Work on it. Any other questions? So we are just killing time because my SR is late. So my environment is like. So you are a hotel management graduate. Hospitality management. You need MBA.
Any other internship? You?
Journalist.
Journalist. Why are you doing MBA?
Sir, when I was doing the master's in journalism and mass communication, I came across digital marketing, which was very new to me. And
MBA doesn't teach digital marketing.
Yes, sir. In the marketing segment, we have that. And from there, I developed an interest in the marketing segment. From there, I also cracked the interview in a Bandhan bank, and I went to the last round as well. But the thing which differentiates between me and the other candidate is that I am having a master's degree, MA degree, and that person, the other person is having a fresh MBA as well. So the company HR also really told me that you are strictly related to academic things, to know certain things, that's why you are here. But the other person having a corporate exposure, they have no what's the other, how the organization actually works. You have no idea. You only know how to digital marketing, but we know someone who's more of a team player, more of a holistic team.
Being MBA doesn't help.
Sir, I'm learning, sir. I'm learning about the operations through a.
That question is not answered. You still don't have an experience.
Sir, I'm beginning to find the answers. So, it's a learning process.
MBA does not mean digital marketing.
Yes, sir. In the market, I will be taking marketing later, and we have a paper in digital marketing.
Okay.
And by the side as well, I'm doing also digital marketing courses, and I have worked in an SEO expert.
Okay. And you are applying for marketing?
How many of you are doing side jobs as your
freelance
working?
So I have. Okay.
Anybody else working freelance, side jobs?
So I have a question for him. So you are into marketing. So when FMCG company comes, how will digital marketing help the FMCG company?
So when I last went to Kevin actually over there, so he was asking me about different marketing aspects and what is digital marketing. I have also internship in digital marketing as well, where I used to prepare the SEO content for the blogs. I used to start the keywords over there. I used to write video scripts for them, which all the other companies are doing at the present time. They all have a social media. I currently work with I don't work.
Suppose an FMCG company comes to your campus and you have done digital marketing or interested in digital marketing. How will it help the company?
So digital marketing is a future, sir. So
Are you getting into a sales role?
Yes, sir. First,
a basic sales role.
So sales is a part of that thing, but I have an added skill over there. So I can help the company to provide something which is not
Are you hired for a digital
sales, sir, but I have an add-on skill. Something.
What will I do?
Sir, the company might need something, right?
Why?
The company might need
Company
something.
has a marketing.
So we are developing our skills.
I don't need you.
Sir, I don't need you.
I don't need your digital marketing. I need your sales skills.
So sales, so I have been skills because I have been.
So you are afraid to speak to people.
Yeah.
You are afraid to speak to people. That's why you are into digital marketing.
No, that's not.
Or you don't want to do field sales.
Yeah, that's it.
So you don't want to do field sales.
You want an AC next year?
No, I don't want a SMS. I don't like the field sales, but I have interest in branding, how to develop digital marketing.
And that's a nice job.
Yeah, that's it.
So basically you Gyan. Gyan.
How will you understand customer if you don't do sales?
Yes, sir.
How will you understand customer if you don't do sales?
So I know the target audience.
How will you?
So because the analytics part, who are the target audience, we have good analytics for that. You can understand what type of segmentation can be done in the analytics.
That is all Gyan. You have not sold.
So yes, I have sold, sir, because I have an SEO like for the website which I do SEO. The signal result, that's why they get to work.
No, that's an online sales.
Yeah, that's online sales, yes. I focus on online e-commerce. I have exposure to online sales.
We require an e-commerce guy, I will hire.
So, but it worked for me in the vendor space. They are a using company. They like my approach, how I will deal with it. Because they told me that you have to do this to sales, which you don't have. So I answered that literature is for that reason. I don't have that skill, that's why I am here for the internship, or else I will come for the job offer. So they accepted that by that point, they told me that if we give you any digital marketing, can you work with the team as well? I told them yes, why not? Because our experience is the same. You are getting a package, you are getting the sales thing, and as well as it's an add-on skill, which I have, which I can help if the company needs at that point of time. So that's how I fix myself and then what it is.
I don't buy you, but that's
because every person is different, sir. If this question was to me, I provided you with a solution.
Okay. Any other questions that you guys have? Yes. You're the only guy in the entire world. Good. Huh? Not by chance. No. By choice. Sweetheart of the class. Dispatch, yes. So we'll tell you, so when you have already done an internship, how do you model it? Because, see, you have to model your CVs according to the companies. You are saying a TSY and you have to write 5 different stuffs about you, right? So that is modeling your, whatever you have done, your life, your experience, into what the company wants. You have to model it, right?
As I said in the mornings, what companies look for is ASA, knowledge skill activity. Okay? Now, when we talk about knowledge skill attitude, whatever internship you would have done, you have gained some knowledge and you have gained some skill and you have certain attitude, yes? Now, whatever the role or whatever, like he said, right, digital marketing, he converted to sales, whatever he did and whatever he sold, right? Now, whatever knowledge you are gaining, whatever skills you have, so in dispatch or whatever department, you will acquire certain skills. It could be eye for detail, it could be organizing skills, it could be some teamwork, it will be logistics, it will be supply chain. And you need to see how you will now work it in marketing or sales. Those organizing, eye for detail, reporting, these skills, how marketing will help and how sales can help. So this is how it works. So we'll teach you formats and structures of how we will. So there are 5 ways to answer a question. So we'll teach you. But this is just the second class. We are just being trainers. We are just getting acquainted.
So we have area of the university, so that part also needs to change according to the company which we are applying.
Don't copy and paste. So as long as you are not copying and pasting, as long as you don't have spelling mistake in your CV and copy and pasting, rest is okay. Don't have spelling mistakes in your resume. It's more documented. Don't laugh. In fact, I have seen spelling mistakes. Any other questions? Any questions? Do a job, to speak louder. See, you have to understand certain market dynamics, like the job dynamics. Okay. Now there are certain functions which needs a lot of people. There are certain functions where demand is less, supply is more. So when you talk about support functions like HR, marketing, branding, finance, accounts, that too if it's a financial company or a fintech company or a financial consulting company or a financial reporting company, then they will hire in chunks. But for a corporate, how many people are there in finance? How many people are there in marketing? 1 or 2. HR, 4 or 5. So these are, so as far as job dynamics is concerned, the number of positions are always low. But whereas sales is always high, because in all operations they need a sales team and a large sales team, and they're struggling to get people in sales. Right? Even let's say about digital marketing, how many people will understand listed digital marketing agency? In-house digital marketing, how many will I have? 1, 2, 3 maximum. So whenever you're looking from a career perspective, you need to understand this job dynamics, not now, in the long term. Where you want to see where is the market, which one is an evergreen. So let's say anybody if you're interested in academics? Not interested in academics. Teaching. Teaching, academics. It's one of the best industry you can make money. If you're thinking of making money, that is the best industry you can make, education industry. That's evergreen, that will never go out of business because people will always reproduce and they need education. And with the advent of technology and with the Byju's and this is becoming global. Today sitting here, you can teach people in US and earn in dollars. But nobody thinks, everybody, see, we are so stereotyped because our circle is also very stereotyped. We don't think beyond. So academics is one of a very, very, very well-paying, profession or a career. Yes, you need to work hard, you need to do a PhD, preferably you need to keep studying, something like that. So that is also okay. So you have to understand what is a futuristic option that you have. Which job will be forever
available. We thought food, okay, but COVID did teach us that maybe food industry is also not evergreen, but education is. People still pay fees for their kids and colleges. People also did pay fees, yes or no, during COVID. The college earned, even during COVID, they made money. So this industry, if you're interested, you should be in mathematics. Right? So that's what his industry is, not mine. So that is what you have to understand. Which industry, how, what is the job? So marketing, these are all very flashy, cushy kind of big name kind of job titles which you can, from outside it looks very nice. But think of the longevity of the role. You have to think of longevity of the role. Like you said, how do I get from one job to another? So let's say you are a marketing head and you're looking for a job. How many marketing heads a company will hire you? So your probability of getting another job in another company as a marketing head shrinks. Probability. But if you're a sales head, what is there? You're getting the point. So when you are deciding on your careers, you think rationally. Don't think from heart. Think from here. Think rationally, logically, if you can.
What's the difference between marketing and sales? What's the difference between marketing and sales? Who knows? Who knows marketing and sales? The difference between marketing and sales? See, I'm back to my favorite topic. What's the difference between marketing and sales? You're all MBA students, second sale. And it's very interesting to understand that you don't know.
Seriously, you guys don't know?
One or two people know. You guys don't know the difference between marketing and sales. No? Yes?
No or yes?
How many yes? How many yes? Half-hearted like this is not. This is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So is it not God or you don't know?
So like just remember the subject marketing. Like it just started from our second semester.
We have not yet started.
It just
Is
started.
it general knowledge?
We've just done 2 months
General
of
knowledge.
marketing.
So you all want to get into marketing and sales, but you don't know what is marketing and sales. This is very interesting. Exactly the point I was talking about. Eagerness to learn. Did you ask questions? What's the difference between marketing and sales? See, there is no right answer or wrong answer. They are having a little kitty party with friends. Kitty party. Chit chat. Okay.
Why you don't know? Because you have finance.
Because she is history honors. Very interesting. Okay. Who knows marketing? Marketing. What is marketing? What is sales? He is going to answer. Yes.
Sir, I think marketing is a wider aspect where we can plan and promote a product, whereas sales, we just need to sell it to a customer. So, sales is a subsegment of marketing. Marketing is a wider aspect where we have to plan, promote, make a strategy.
Okay. Who all agrees with him? Who does not agree with him? Who does not agree with him? Nobody. Somebody should disagree. Have a different point of view. Who does not agree with him? Don't agree. Okay. So what is the answer?
So sales is a revenue generating process, whereas anything which is not related to sales is marketing.
What do you mean by that?
So operations is marketing. Logistics is marketing.
Because in the line of
Dispatch is marketing. So you said anything that is not sales is marketing.
related to that product sale, the process which I process, the last stage of marketing change.
So what you did in the morning, sales or marketing? What is marketing?
Sir, promotion.
So you did not promote the product in the morning?
Sir, it is not added in sales. It is a part of marketing, promotion.
But you promoted it.
Sir,
You say you promote.
Yes. Sir, but that promotion is not sales.
Okay. Any other answer? Yes. Or sweetheart? Yes.
So marketing is all about creating a value, creating a need. Something is show off. Show off is also marketing. You buy to show off your skills, marketing your skills. So this is all about marketing. And sales is why I feel for me. This is the product.
You should become Sadhguru. Needs. You should become a spiritual guru.
That's another good profession. Very good profession. He's a spiritual guru.
High demand,
High
demand in the market and there is good.
So, what we have heard till now, both of them are half correct. So, sales is a revenue generation activity. So, when actually you go and sell the product, you make revenue from your activities. Marketing is everything else associated with that sales to make that sale possible. It can be branding, it can be promotions, it can be a lot of other things. All of those are marketing. Okay? The entire umbrella which helps you sell the product is marketing, and sales is actually making the sales. So, when Zomato, when you say Domino's,
So marketing is your 8 P's. 7 P's. So that's your marketing. Price, place, position, people. That is your marketing. Sales is the end result of what you achieve out of that marketing. Where you actually go to the market and generate the revenue.
so when Domino's offers you a 30-minute or free product, right? Pizza, 30 minutes of free, and your person comes to your door at 29 minutes and says, "This is your pizza." Is that sales or marketing? Is a Domino's guy who is delivering? So somebody is making the product, the pizza. Somebody is taking the product. Somebody is coming to your house and giving you the pizza, right? That right? So is that guy selling? So is that marketing? Yes, sir.
Sir, when seeing an advertising within 30 minutes, it's delivery. That's the marketing. When anybody and you and me purchase and orders for Domino's, this becomes sales.
Correct. So after the sales is over, suppose your person is coming to your doorstep and he throws the product like this and goes away. Okay? He is an operations guy, right? He is a logistics guy, delivery logistics. So he throws the product like this and goes away. Does it hamper your view of the brand? Yes or no? Yes. That is also marketing. So marketing is the entire umbrella of all the touch points that are there with the customer. All the touch points that are there with the customer. Your view of that company is done by the marketing. So your 30 minutes are free. Your sales guy saying, "Sir, actually, all of this are actually marketing. Okay? If you call a call center and they say, "Hello, kya chahiye?" That hampers your view of the company. That's negative marketing. You might have made a sale, but the mind space that you have created in the customer's mind has been lost forever. Okay? So when I was in Citibank, I specialized in turning around customers. Turning around means somebody has a very bad experience with the company. I turn them around and ensure that they become very good with the company. So I was in charge of Mercedes-Benz Daimler, okay? And we had a huge issue with that, and they were about to go away from Citibank to some other bank, okay? We turned them around. They again came back to Citibank and still working with Citibank. That's also marketing. I did not make a sale with the company. That's also marketing. So marketing is everything that is all the touch points, umbrella of all the touch points that you have with the final end consumer potential market, TG. Any questions? If you are given a work to do, ensure that you do it without continuous follow-up. That's it.
I'll share some examples. So
Yes.
That's easier for you.
He's the HR, like, knows a lot more about this.
Sit down. So I'll give you some real life examples what happened. Okay, and first let me talk about internship. Okay, so I had last 2 years I got interns from a very reputed college. This year I said no to them because last 2 years the experience was very bad. Now why I did not take this time, and I told the placement officer also. Now whenever I got, so I was not paying them. Now since it was a free internship, so obviously I always felt that since I'm not paying, I'm not supposed to ask for work much. I obviously gave them a little bit of work here and there. But see, I don't have the right to ask for work because I'm not paying. Now these kids, both time, they also took it for granted. Because I'm not giving them work, they also did nothing. Little bit whatever I gave, they did nothing. 2 months they sat and did nothing. When I called them, no response. WhatsApp, no response. I give them work, they copy and paste it and give it to me. Now, what is that impression? Now, if it ever comes to be this particular CD, will I ever hire them? Or will I ever propose that person to my prospective employer? No. And one of these guys did not get a job for last 2 years. I checked the college and I still saw it. Recently he got a job. I saw in LinkedIn after 2.5 years.